Ladies, good morning. Chic and Pat Powers here. Ladies, you know what my journey has really taught me of really facing myself, the unhealthy behaviors I don't like about myself, getting to the root of the things I always want to get to the root of, set myself free from emotional, mental, and spiritual holds, getting to the root of my impatientness, my irritability, just facing myself in all these low seasons of going through these situations where I really had to look at myself and say, why? Why was I doing this? Why was I doing that? The moment you start taking accountability and seeing, God's signs and messages in these moments and take time for the stillness, the moment you stop being a victim to life and realize the things that you're going through, you got to take accountability, especially if you know the choice you made yourself. But you got into something. Face it head on. Don't ever be a victim to anything you went through in life. Take the power from within yourself. See the signs that God is sending you. Listen to your real voice in the silent times if you can make it and take it in those tough seasons where you feel like you have no answers, you have no clarity, you don't know what to do. What I had to do was listen to the small voice inside my spirit, get connected back to my real purpose, the passions and intentions, and what makes me feel connected to me. Going through so many situations of grief and loss and trauma, it can make you feel disassociated and disconnected. But I'm grateful for these seasons, ladies, because it taught me how to grow a stronger connection to myself in the most uncomfortable times, knowing how to handle my emotions, my reactions, my responses, and still show up for myself and feel good about myself. We don't have to have the right things at the right moment to feel good about ourselves, to feel confident. Because in all my low seasons of jail, homelessness, and domestic violence, I want you ladies to take the empowerment that I found through my art, through my fashion, through my designs, through my creativity. I had to remember that voice, the passions, the things I love to do, because life has a way of taking a toll on you, and now you're losing your voice. Now you're losing your passion and your joy. I found new joy in my life by getting back to the things I've always done, journaling, reading, meditating on, God's word, getting back to what I need to get back to so I won't get distracted by the trauma, the setbacks, the grief, and the loss. When you're in these tough seasons, ask yourself, what can you do to get yourself out internally? We always think the external factors is what we need to prove that we did some type of elevation, some type of growth, some type of excellence. But what about the internal growth? Being able to handle your emotions or your reactions or your responses when life is tough, when things don't go your way, when things are unexpected. Now, when things happen like that in my life, because I've been through some traumatic situations, ladies, I'm smiling because nothing can move me from my real spirit. I know how to keep my joy and hold on to that word that God speaks to me about what I need to do for my life. This is why you got to have a voice for your life, or the world can condition you. It can make you feel like you got to have value from the external factors, when in reality, in my lowest seasons, I've always spoken up because my words came from